Hi guys, welcome to this week's dissection. Obviously a disappointing result for us on the weekend. They come away with 56 inside 50s and only score 9 goals was really disappointing. There are a number of things that we took out of the game that were not up to expectation from our point of view, so we've got a little bit of work to do this week. We're pretty sure we'll rectify those things versus the Brisbane Lions this week, but overall we let 4 points slip, which is really disappointing. And to get down 30 points, I think it was, just prior to three-quarter time was un-Richmond-like. So we've got to make sure we bounce back, get our boys up and going, and get some pressure in and around the contest, and move on to this week. But just go through a couple of the questions this week. This is a really good one from Brent. The amount of turnovers we had when we had control of the ball, a structural issue downfield, or the players make a mistake. It's a really good question, Brent. Look, we had, what do we have? We had 403 possessions compared to the opposition's 326. Surprisingly, we went at 74 efficiency, which makes us one of the best sides in the competition. To counteract that argument, though, we have what we call giveaways. So this is a stat that Champion give us. It quantifies the error rates of turnovers. So we, for example, against Carlton had 19 last week. Against the Bulldogs we had 35. So what they are, those 35 are skill or judgment errors. Now normally you can have a takeaway, which is basically one-on-one contest where the opposition's too good, but we had 35 giveaways where it's basically our disposal going either straight to an opposition or a judgment error where we kick it to the favoured side of the opposition. So 35 was by far too many. And next question we spoke about from Lucy, or the statement really, Alex Rance was terrific on the weekend. Intercepts were outstanding, which is spot on. I think he had 13, and I think he's either number 1 or 2 intercepts in the league. So we'll just go to the vision. These are some of the, not so much giveaways that we speak about, but you can see here in that example there, if we go back, that's a 3v1 situation there. So that's a giveaway as such. We gave that ball straight back to the opposition. So that's one of those bits of play that we look at. That ended up in a goal from that situation, so it was disappointing, which ends up, we've got Molesy versus Wallace, and that's a goal for the goals for the Bulldogs there. Moving on to the next one. This is, this sort of stuff here didn't help our cause. Obviously got Batchelor trying to switch the play here, and he just misses a kick, as we can see. Now the chance of this ball bouncing sideways and lateral, unfortunately, is pretty slim, but these are the giveaways we had. So this ball goes straight through both of our players, and Boyd makes a good read on the play. Once again, another goal. So that's an opposition goal caused by our giveaway as such. So we controlled the offence. We gave up the ball. Once again, kicking to a contest down the line. This is a really interesting one here. You can see we've got great coverage by Ricky Pettard, Taylor Hunt. Trent unfortunately peels off the contest here, which leaves Bontempelli free. So we had a reasonable sort of representation around the ball, but the chance of that ball going straight through hurts, and then he gets another kick inside. So once again, we have an outnumbered contest that we should win. Unfortunately, we didn't. This situation here, you should never get outmarked in this. This is a 3v3. Once again, we're outmarked in this situation here. This leads to another goal-scoring opportunity from our opposition. You can see there we allowed Murphy to get the ball. So all in all, it was really disappointing from our point of view to give up those goals, but a lot of those goals were caused, look, not taking anything away from the Bulldogs, I thought they were terrific on the day, but they're errors that we caused, that we gave away, and we're better than that as a side, but unfortunately it's a thing that we need to eradicate from our game. The next one, Alex Rance, I thought his game was terrific. That was one of the first contests of the game that he spoiled. Constantly, that isn't an intercept as such, but they're goal-saving spoils. He had an outstanding game. He's a really quality player for us. He sets up, it not only saves us defensively, but more importantly sets us up offensively with his ability to take marks from the opposition. He's an incredible athlete, can cover a great deal of ground, as you can see by that bit of play there, and manages to get the game on our terms. This is a great read. Once again, an offensive move that ends up in a goal from us. And he's a really important player to our footy club, and we look forward to him continuing that for this week's game versus Brisbane. So all in all, a disappointing performance. We know what went wrong. We've just got to make sure we work on those things at training this week and get the better results come this week versus Brisbane. So look forward to your support. Continue those questions coming in, and we'll speak soon. See you later.